Parker Pelcisco. On defense, number 22, Brennan Whitshire. On defense, number 11, Austin County. At forward, number 3, Bodie Briggs. Number 15, Madden Brady. And number 25, Beanie Tillman. With coaches Steve Wade is assisted by Steve Nowak, Joe Pisa, and Joe J. McKay. At every home game, Green youth hockey players who attend BG City schools get an opportunity to be selected as future Bobcat of the game. Today's future Bobcat is a 5th grader at St. Aloysius. She plays for the 10U North Star Girls travel team as a forward. Her favorite player is her brother, Bobcat forward number 9, London Burnett. But she loves the Minnesota Frost women's hockey team also. When she grows up, she wants to be a veterinarian or a hairstylist, and her favorite food is pasta. Please welcome future Bobcat, Luca. Number 29, Kellen Archer. On defense, number 4, Cash Wisniewski. His partner on the blue line, number 18, Jake Hunter. Forward, number 8, Glenn Winger. Number 17, Gavin Crank. And number 19, Hayden Joseph. The Bobcats head coaches Connor Rogowski, assisted by Stu Smith, Joe Costner, Ted Fosnell, and athletic trainer, Megan Wade. Will everyone now please rise and remove your hats as we play the national anthem.
Hello all WBGU PBS viewers here on YouTube. We are here at the Slater Family Ice Arena on the campus of Bowling Green State University as the Northview Wildcats, one of the best teams currently in the state of Ohio, take on the Bobcats of Bowling Green. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Vaughn Ullum on the call once again here at the BGSU campus. It's going to be a tough matchup for Bowling Green High School. They come into today taking on the Wildcats. The Wildcats, as we mentioned, being one of the best, specifically public schools out here in the state of Ohio. They are currently, if you look up rankings, standings, whether it be on Max Preps, whether it be on My Hockey rankings, you're going to see Sylvania Northview, one of the best, top 5, you would say, in the state. And specifically in my hockey rankings, Sylvania Northview has only lost to number 1 in the state, that being St. Francis, also here in the Northwest Hockey Conference. And then Northview has also lost to St. Ignatius. Who are they? Well, they're right behind them, number 2 in the state of Ohio. Now for Bowling Green, they're coming off of a tough loss yesterday. It was a shootout loss to NHC rival Findlay. And so they're going to come in with maybe a little more of a chip on their shoulder, but we'll see what they can do to start us off. We saw Sylvania Northview take a big-time victory in JV just before this, 5-0 your final there. Bowling Green maybe, again, a little bit of just a chip on their shoulder as we enter into this game. Northview will win this face-off back, and we are underway here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. Thank you very much for joining in. Again, my name is Vaughn Ullum here on the call. Sylvania Northview dropping back into their own side. They handle possession with their starting defenseman, Kopke, and Kopke trying to work this one up to the forward, Madden Brighty. Bowling Green taking it back there in the all-white look, currently attacking from the right side of your screen to the left. Northview vice versa, left to right in their all-black look with the yellow accents. Here, this one's sent up. Quick line change already. We're to our second line, but here, currently, the defenseman, Brennan Wiltshire, sends this one wide from the net of Kellen Archer, your starting goaltender here today for Bowling Green. Bobcats able to maintain possession. They're going to look to go on their first rush of the evening, or they'll just try to dump this one down between the blue lines in the neutral zone. Once again handled here by Northview. Currently with the captain, Carter Tillman, but he'll lose possession. And now a scrum for possession in the far side corner, and this is going to be a penalty on number 18 of Bowling Green. Number 18 being Jake Hunter, the sophomore on defense, going to get 2 minutes in the box here, it seems. And indeed, that will be the case. He threw a man down in the corner. Referee thought it was just a bit too aggressive. And actually, they're going to rule this a high sticking. But regardless, it's going to be Northview's first chance on the man advantage. And yeah, it looks like high sticking, the right call there, as you can see on the replay. Got him just a bit too up high. Again, it was on the captain, number 16, Carter Tillman, who was on defense, but taking it into the corner, trying to build an aggressive rush. Nothing doing, but luckily he was able to get Northview a good chance on offense. Here comes a shot and a kick save from Archer. The shot that time coming from Colton Omi. Once again, Northview able to stick with it. Already intense pressure out of the Wildcats, but here a good poke away, and Bowling Green will be able to clear it out of the zone. Good work by the forward, Colby Joseph, one of the 2 forwards out currently for Bowling Green on the 5-on-4 penalty kill. Trying to center this one over to Sylvania Northview, nothing doing, and it looks like Bowling Green will get another turnover and just send this one all the way down. It'll go on net to the other netminder on the opposite side. He hasn't seen too much action just yet. It's the junior Parker Palcisco. Northview with 3 forwards, or 3 attackers hanging around there at the blue line. Sylvania just onside as they work in, but just a bit too awkward of a formation, and now Bowling Green takes it. They'll dump this one down. 50 seconds left on the penalty. This one dumped in off the corner boards, handled by Bowling Green. They dump this one right back down, and here's a good opportunity on the rush. An opportunity for the breakaway, and unfortunately Nolan Winger, again that first liner out for Bowling Green, unable to make it happen. We are kept scoreless, 14.5 left to go in this first period of play. Here's another opportunity in the mid-slot. That one almost crept through the 5-hole. Archer able to get it right back, and this one went all the way past his crease as Northview almost with another opportunity to get a tip through. Nothing doing. Here Nolan Winger going to bring it back into the attacking zone. He'll drop back between the blue lines. As now 4 Wildcats setting up to go on the attack. This one dumped through, but immediately hopping off for changes. Number 9, Noah Ellis. This one sent behind the net of Archer. Bowling Green holds on for an extra couple seconds as they'll kill the penalty in full. So we are still scoreless through those 2 minutes of man advantage. Here's an opportunity on a centering pass. Nothing doing in the slot once again. Here's Nolan Winger. Winger pressured from behind here by Northview's number 15, Zach Crandall. And now here a stick loose. Crandall needing to get back over to his stick, but he'll find it. Here a man taken down, Colby Joseph, at the red line of center ice. No penalty assessed on the play. Back in the far side corner. Handled. Zach Crandall. Crandall will turn this one over, but 2 Wildcats up against 1 Bobcat. The Wildcats will take it away for a moment here and eventually get it to Noah Ellis and back up to the top point here. And here comes a tip, and it'll go wide. Crandall handles it once more. Rebound chance given up to Spence. Nothing doing. Bowling Green, you can tell early on in this one, just working for the clears as the Wildcats are putting a lot of sustained pressure on in the early stages. This shot goes wide off to the left side, behind the net, handled by number 9, London Bernath. And Bernath will go on the rush with his 2 wingers to his right and to his left. Bernath trying to center it back over. Nobody set up, and this will actually clear out of that far side point. Dumping it right back in where it came from. Cash Wisniewski, the first line defenseman. The senior with a good veteran move that time to just dump it right back in where it came from. Unfortunately for him, he's got to drop all the way back, and here he's in a race up against Mahoney, the junior forward of the Wildcats. It looks like Bowling Green going to be able to keep possession here. They'll work this around the glass and try to get it to clear. For Northview back with it, but the shot, nothing doing. Bowling Green on the other side. Jake Hunter tried to poke this one through. Northview takes it back along their own blue line. In the near side corner, Bowling Green tries to clear. Number 7 and number 7, and unfortunately for the Wildcats, their number 7 unable to work this one forward. Jack Nowak with a great opportunity that time, just could not keep the possession as his own. Back between the blue lines, physical play here, ref needing to get out of the way of that far side point. 3 against 2, Bowling Green with the advantage in that scrum, but the Wildcats able to take it away. But just for an extra second, all the teammates going off getting changes. So back near side, we go to number 13, going long. Taken down, he was able to stick with possession for an extra second, and now here, this one dumped down. Wildcats with an opportunity once again to try to make something happen if they can stick with puck possession. Great defensive work out of Bowling Green so far. This one going to Nolan Winger once again, and Winger is going to try to do it all on his own if he can. Blue line to blue line, he's skating this one through. He's up against 1 defenseman, that being Boston Kopke, but eventually poked away, and it's handled here by number 22, Brennan Wiltshire. Here's a good opportunity on the transition. Tried to get a separation pass out to Colt Nomi, nothing doing. 10:40 left to go in this first period of play. No score just yet. And this is going to go as an icing on the Wildcats. Is just looking for a dump and change that time was Kopke. But in doing so, it'll bring a face-off all the way back over to his own side of the ice, much to the chagrin of number 30, Parker Palcisco. 5'10 netminder in today here for the Wildcats. Again, Archer on the other side in white. This face-off taken over eventually by the Wildcats. Tied up off the draw, but eventually winning it over to his side was the alternate captain, Bodie Briggs. Back up to the point. Bowling Green can't handle it. Here's an opportunity for Madden Brighty to win the race there, but good, smart play out of number 29 of Bowling Green again, that being Kalen Archer, to take over possession and clear it out of his own side. Good move to exit the crease. You'll see a lot in high school hockey. A lot of netminders are scared to leave their crease. Just decide to take the odd man rush the other way. Archer more aggressive, and it turned out the right move. Here along the blue line of the Bowling Green side, they'll dump this one through. 9:50 left to go in the first period. The Bobcats with it in their own side. Dump this one forward, trying to bank it off the glass and clear. This is going to be a delayed offsides, but eventually they'll get back over to it. A big hit right in front of the BG boards. And this will clear all the way down as BG launched this one down. Now an extra whistle here as some more communication here along the BG side. Of course, it's a rivalry matchup. What can you expect? You can, of course, expect these players to just know each other a bit more. Just a bit more of a push or a shove after the whistle. Referee's duty to not let it get more out of control than that. Once again, trying to take this face-off is number 9 against number 5, that being Ellis up against Joseph. Not a clean win off the face-off. Here it'll go to Bernath, trying to clear it out of his own side. Eventually with an extra effort, Wisniewski tries to clear it, but dropping on back here, number 10, Ashton Loomis. And Bowling Green just needing to set up on the opposite side. We haven't exactly seen that. They're trying to work a lot more in transition, while Northview has had a lot more chance to actually try to set things up, maintain puck possession in the opposite side. But as I say that, here's a transition opportunity here for Crandall of Northview. He's taken down by Loomis of Bowling Green. Now here taken down is number 9, Noah Ellis, and it'll create a 2-on-2 rush the other way. Bowling Green looking for an opportunity in transition, as we mentioned, that being just their main focus for the last, or I should say for the first few moments of this game. Of course, neither team able to make anything happen. Neither team able to pop one in the back of the net. Here, a centering pass right out in front. We're looking to get it back up to Ashton Loomis there in the slot. Here, a big hit on the near side. No penalty assessed. The hit going from Wisniewski up against number 27, Griffin Sporliter. Here, bad turnover, but the Wildcats able to maintain it back and clear it away. Bowling Green with their best pressure of the night. The Wildcats looking to change momentum back on their own side, and losing it between his skates was number 4, Steve Gillenwater. But able to take it back here, looking for a shot. He'll try to actually drop this one back off, but it's stolen away by Cohen Long. Long moving it forward, poked away from by number 24, Colton Omi. Here comes a shot, can't get through the many bodies out in front. I believe that actually hit the skate of the man right in front of him, his own teammate, number 13, Cohen Long. Back along the near side, Sylvania Northview looking for a chance to center, nothing doing. Now looking for a last-second opportunity was Jack Nowak, and this eventually will go on net. And the save was made. 7:20 left to go here in the first period of play. Looks like we might have a penalty assessed out of the post-whistle interactions. Again, rivalry contest, what can you expect? You'll see this anywhere in Ohio, whether it be the GLHL out in Northeast Ohio, whether it be the GOHL in more central Ohio. A little bit of banter will get each side a man in the box, but it'll remain 5-on-5 ice hockey time. Face-off will be to the right side of Kellen Archer. Up on that far side face-off dot. Colton Omi going to go against Gavin Cramp for the face-off. Freshman against senior forward. The senior for the Wildcats. The freshman, however, for Bowling Green, winning this one back. However, his defenseman left the post. Eventually getting it back, however, Nolan Winger just avoids the sandwich of 2 Wildcats there in the high slot. Eventually Bowling Green unable to keep it in. Hayden Joseph needing to drop back, but here's Winger once again. A good opportunity, and kicking the net out of place was number 30, Parker Palcisco. And we'll see if Bowling Green going to be able to make a case, but it looks like that save was going to be made no matter what by the junior in between the pipes. Yeah, I mean, that was just an incredible extension out of Palcisco. So no matter what, even if that net went out of place, and the referees understand that, even with the net going right off of where it had to be, I mean, that was going to be a save no matter what. Incredible look out of number 30 of the Wildcats, and we get a face-off to the near side dot of that side. 6:55 to go in the first period here. Right off the rip comes a shot from number 8, Nolan Winger, once again playing it aggressive. He's probably frustrated about that last moment save from Palcisco. Here up at the far side, point shot comes through to Archer. He'll make what looks to be an easy save. Not too much elevation on it. The shot coming from number 16, Carter Tillman, the one who drew the only penalty of the game to this point. He's back out there. Only 15 seconds go off the clock. 6:40 left to go in this first period. The Wildcats wrapping this one around, that one going back to the captain, Tillman. He'll wrap it around, but no one exactly home until we get to the opposite point. Bowling Green with a chance to clear it. Tillman keeps it in. Looking for an opportunity here, a last-second poke from Winger. Some longer changes for Bowling Green, or I should say longer shifts out of Bowling Green than so far what we've seen out of the men in black and yellow. Back far side, Hayden Joseph trying to clear it, and eventually will do just that. Picking it up here in the neutral zone, Gavin Cramp. He'll take the rip, and a pad save made by Pal Cisco. Back near side point, Hayden Joseph trying to center it over to Cramp. Freshman unable to get one through. Off the far side glass, this one worked through. Wyatt Spence, the senior forward, trying to get, once again, just an opportunity for the Wildcats to build sustained pressure. Here comes what seemed to be a one team with enough power on it. It got there, and now Archer with a secondary save. He'll get the face off in his own side. 5:39 left to go in this first period. We are still scoreless, and what has been some great ice hockey to start us off here tonight. Again, I was mentioning my hockey rankings, OHSAA state rankings earlier. You see Sylvania Northview up at number 4, which obviously, I mean, that's one of the best in the state, but you have Bowling Green, who's actually worked their way up into the top 10 at number 10. Even with that loss against Findlay, they have been doing a lot better this season. Last season, they also had a strong team. A lot of returning guys here have created what is going to be a great rivalry game tonight. Here behind the net, stolen away by Spence. Now under pressure from behind. Carter Chatfield trying to get it on back and eventually needing to retreat are the Wildcats. Along the red line of center ice, just working this one forward to avoid the icing. To the opposite side corner boards. Handled by number 15, Zach Crandall. Now this one poked up and forward. It's a one-on-one rush, though he's being checked from behind by number 22 of the Wildcats. That was Brennan Wiltshire, able to add in some extra pressure to Bowling Green without a great opportunity to make something happen. Here in the neutral zone, battle for the puck possession. Here Crandall gonna poke this one forward, getting an extra moment for a change. Here to number 27, the sophomore Griffin Sporlater, coming fresh off the bench. Near side, Wildcats with a centering feed, but with a kick of the skate. Great effort that time by number 7, Hayden Hatch, the sophomore on defense with what seemed to be a very veteran play. Using the lower half of his body to just clear that one out of trouble. Here near side, we go to number 5, Colby Joseph with an opportunity. Try and build pressure. He's checked from behind, but he'll stick with it. Long near side, it's going to be 2 Bobcats, 3 Wildcats, and the Wildcats with numbers going to be able to steal this one away. On the rush, Sporlater tries to rip something, nothing doing. He'll come to the near side corner. This one will end up on net. Thought that hit the side of the net, and I believe for a second so did Kellen Archer. The last second moment, he's able to slap the leather down and await a whistle. 3:48 to go in this first period of play. Bowling Green with a great period so far. Again, coming off of a big loss against Findlay yesterday that went all the way to the shootout. And here comes the shot all the way through. No traffic was set up out in front due to the face-off. So the Wildcats just able to stick with it. Just behind the net, and man, oh man, Archer had his stick knocked out of his hands. It was put in his crease, and the shot almost tipped off of the loose stick and through. Luckily for him, not the case. We're still 0-0. 3:20 left to go in the first period. We go back into Archer's side. Archer going to let this one go and actually reach a Wildcat. Number 7, Jack Nowak getting there first. Once again, a battle for the puck possession. The Wildcats with 2. The Bobcats with 2 now, and eventually taking this one away and looking for a center. Nothing doing that time. Here comes the shot. Will sneak through. Will go off the glass, almost ending up right out in front of Archer once again. That was just such a powerful shot out of number 16, Carter Tillman. And eventually we go back up to him at the far side point. Trying to build something else. Awkward stick contact. The puck goes flying into the far side glass once again. Here looking for an out wide shot from the goal line, and another opportunity there. Working together was Nowak and Gillenwater. 35 left to go in the first period. This one going to clear out of the zone, trying to get back to it as well, and pressure for a turnover. Eventually getting one with the help of his teammates that time, number 20, Jackson Martin. But again, Bowling Green just unable to set up in their own side. Great defense to this point by Northview. However, Bowling Green on their own side able to keep them at a donut on the scoreboard as well. Back to the red line, center ice, winger dumps this one forward, perhaps trying to reach his co-forward, number 17, Gavin Cramp. Freshman unable to pick it up, it was just out of the reach. Now here, this one will be sent on net, counted as a shot on goal here from the red line of center ice. An easy save for Pau Cisco. Far side corner, just trying to stick with it here. Hayden Joseph, he's pressured from behind by a couple of Wildcats. We get it up to the point. The shot gets through the traffic. Another opportunity in here. Once again, net comes out of place. So the play blown dead with 96 seconds remaining in the first period. Bowling Green under pressure a lot more here in this first frame, but able to keep it at 0-0. So a lot of credit to their defense. But also, if this kind of pressure continues to mount for Northview, you wonder what could be the case. Again, we saw in the game just before this, JV versus Northview and BG. We saw Northview with a dominant win, 5-0 through all three periods. They're taken down in the neutral zone. Number 19, Hayden Joseph, trying to work this one forward, but instead it'll go to the defenseman of Northview. 77 seconds left to go in the first period. Looks like we might have a penalty assist on the far side, and indeed we are going to, but as this one's touched up right behind the net of Archer, we are going to get another power play here for Northview. Again, with as much pressure as we've been seeing out of the men in black and yellow, it's going to be tough for Bowling Green to keep up. I mean, yeah, it's just going to be a cross-check from behind that time. Trying to plead his case, number 19, Hayden Joseph. But the senior forward, I mean, let's be honest, it's rare that you're going to be able to change a referee's mind. And the referee holds this one. Now it looks like we're going to get the face-off moved out from the BG side. Face-off will go right outside the blue line of Northview. 1:09 left to go in the first period. 51 seconds would carry over if Northview can't score here in the final in the final moments of this first period. Northview back in their own side, trying to kick this through his own 5-hole. Number 11, senior Boston Kopke, but now here's an opportunity. Can he create a breakaway? No, just unable to stick with it as he was poke checked from behind. Colby Joseph with a great aggressive attack, but now Northview back with it the other way, so he's got to go on the back check. Here, this one still loose right out in front. Archer with good awareness, able to find it through the bodies in front of him and track it down. He'll slap the leather down and get the whistle in his own side. 44 seconds left to go. 1:34 left in power play time, so we'll see if that will transfer over to the beginning of the second. This face-off will go to the near side face-off dot. Face-off will go Nolan Winger for Bowling Green. It's going to be number 24, Colton Omi, for the Wildcats. And this one just sent near side. It's up to the Wingers to try and get it back. But now Omi joining the play once again. Into the near side corner, looking for an opportunity to center it to somebody open. And now here, cross-ice feed will be picked up in the slot by Winger. Winger just going to dump this one on down. 32nd to go in the first period. Boston Kopke going to leave this one off. Number 4, the junior Gillenwater, able to take this one up and dump this one through. Trying to clear this off the glass. An opportunity for Bowling Green once again to just dump this one on down. That should just about kill the remainder of the period off unless they want to go for a Hail Mary shot. And indeed, why not? All the way from the Wildcat side. But that's going to kill off the remainder of this first period. So Bowling Green able to stick with Northview and keep this one scoreless, even though Sylvania Northview had a very great amount of offensive attack. I'm sure the stats would show as much, but they had a lot more time in the O-zone. But as we head off to the break, as we get our ice cuts here, yeah, it's a 0-0 score. Tough looks for Northview. We'll see if they're able to pop something through in the last couple of moments of their own power play to start off the second. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. You are watching WBGU PBS Sports Flex here on YouTube. Stick around for the second period when we return.
At Bowling Green State University, we're a public university for the public good. A nationally ranked research university, we create public good through our graduates who lead and our collective pursuit of impact in Ohio and beyond. Founded in the Midwest, we never shy away from hard work. We embrace our responsibility to do good. We're proud to have state in our name. It's who we are, always striving forward. Always a public university, always for the public good.
A bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree. Secure your future at BGSU.
There's a reason Bowling Green State University is ranked #1 in Ohio for student experience. Our in-demand degrees and life design program prepare students for their first career and their next. With an unparalleled support system at a national research university, BGSU offers an unrivaled experience, all on a vibrant campus in one of America's best college towns. It's also why Bowling Green State University is the #1 school in the Midwest that students would choose again for the 4th year in a row.
At Bowling Green State University, we're a public university for the public good. A nationally ranked research university, we create public good through our graduates who lead and our collective pursuit of impact in Ohio and beyond. Founded in the Midwest, we never shy away from hard work. We embrace our responsibility to do good. We're proud to have state in our name. It's who we are, always striving forward. Always a public university, always for the public good.
A bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree. Secure your future at BGSU.
There's a reason Bowling Green State University is ranked #1 in Ohio for student experience. Our in-demand degrees and life design program prepare students for their first career and their next. With an unparalleled support system at a national research university, BGSU offers an unrivaled experience, all on a vibrant campus in one of America's best college towns. It's also why Bowling Green State University is the #1 school in the Midwest that students would choose again for the 4th year in a row.
Welcome back out here to the Slater Family Ice Arena. We're going to give you the recaps out here for that first period. A lot of good opportunities for both sides to try and get something going. A lot more opportunity on the offensive side for Northview. So let's start us off. Obviously, we saw a lot of good opportunities. As we just mentioned, a lot of great saves, however, for Kellen Archer. Here, a good opportunity, however, on the other side for Bowling Green. And phenomenal stretch save for Palcisco. And yeah, we saw a lot of great netminder work in each side. A lot of big hits, however, between rivals. On the far side, we saw Crandall go down. We saw a couple penalties assessed as well, but more so the referees just letting them work. And Bowling Green as a whole able to keep this. It feels like they have played a lot more defensive-minded. And of course, Archer is going to let that be the case. Some scrums out in front of the creases, so it's been a physical battle, no doubt. And we'll see if Northview or Bowling Green able to pop one through as we get things set in a couple moments here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're going to send you to break once more.
At Bowling Green State University, we're a public university for the public good. A nationally ranked research university, we create public good through our graduates who lead and our collective pursuit of impact in Ohio and beyond. Founded in the Midwest, we never shy away from hard work. We embrace our responsibility to do good. We're proud to have state in our name. It's who we are, always striving forward. Always a public university, always for the public good.
A bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree, secure your future at BGSU.
There's a reason Bowling Green State University is ranked #1 in Ohio for student experience. Our in-demand degrees and life design program prepare students for their first career and their next. With an unparalleled support system at a national research university, BGSU offers an unrivaled experience, all on a vibrant campus in one of America's best college towns. It's also why Bowling Green State University is the #1 school in the Midwest that students would choose again for the 4th year in a row.
At Bowling Green State University, we're a public university for the public good. A nationally ranked research university, we create public good through our graduates who lead and our collective pursuit of impact in Ohio and beyond. Founded in the Midwest, we never shy away from hard work. We embrace our responsibility to do good. We're proud to have state in our name. It's who we are, always striving forward. Always a public university, always for the public good.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the Slater Family Ice Arena. Right now, we are in a scoreless deadlock, 0-0 being your score through the first frame of 17 minutes between Northview and Bowling Green. Again, we were talking earlier, some of the best public schools in high school hockey right now, and right now they are showing it. Northview has had a lot more time on the attack, and right now they're going to get it as we start things off with what is now just about 40 seconds left on power play here for the team in black and yellow. We switch sides. It's going to be Northview attacking from the right side of your screen to the left, vice versa for Bowling Green, left to right. Dumping this one through off the backhand. Bodie Briggs, the alternate captain, getting back to it as well with a burst of speed. He'll work with Crandall to keep puck possession, but great effort here by number 18 of Bowling Green, Jake Hunter. Try and clear this one away here. Taken down along the near side corner. A couple of fans frustrated with a no penalty that time, and then here a hold on the stick of one of the Wildcats, but once again, no penalty assessed. At the far side point, 5 seconds left to go in penalty time. This one will hit off the man in front and go wide off the glass. And now here, fresh out the box, is number 19, Hayden Joseph, the man who was called on the penalty at the very end of that first period. Wrap around, it'll clear itself out, but Northview will control it. Now on their own side here to the captain, Carter Tillman. Tillman dumps this one through. Just in front of the red line of center ice, no icing. But now picking this one up, it's going to be number 5 of Bowling Green, Colby Joseph, back with it. But he'll be pickpocketed from behind. Here the Wildcats sending this one up. It'll go right past the stick of Gillenwater. Getting back over to it. Again, just a little bit more speed out of Northview early on in this one. Gillenwater with another opportunity to take the shot, just went wide. Now here, Nolan Winger. The best opportunities for Bowling Green came out of Nolan Winger. We saw an incredible save. We recapped it during intermission on what was an incredible stretch of the right pad that was able to keep this a scoreless affair. Here's another opportunity for Winger, and it just snuck through the 5-hole, but it just goes wide through the crease, and now here Pal Cisco able to handle this one as it's going to be a face-off in the Wildcat side. Man, oh man, some great opportunities for both teams as we get things started. And yeah, that one snuck through the pads of Pal Cisco, and another opportunity was given up to Bowling Green, but able to actually corral it was Pal Cisco and get a comfortable face-off in his own side. And actually, it's taken away by the Wildcats and dumped on through. Bowling Green will have possession here. Winger unable to corral it himself along the red line of center ice, but he'll get it back and create a 2-on-2 rush. Winger with a burst of speed, looking for a shot. Now a centering chance, and they score! Great connection, all set up by Winger. And Bowling Green takes the lead at their home base with a goal coming from number 19, Hayden Joseph, who started off the period in the penalty box, redeeming himself that time. Man, oh man. Nolan Winger with a burst of speed. You can see him work around the defenseman, number 11 of the Wildcats, and connect with Joseph, who's just able to pop it through up past the glove of Pau Cisco. 1-0. Now going to be your score. Bowling Green, the team, as we've mentioned, that's been under pressure a lot more than their opponent, able to actually strike first on the scoreboard. So man, oh man, all momentum to the home crowd. We'll see what the Wildcats can do. Maybe they're going to play with a little bit more aggression, a little bit more urgency now that they're down. And we'll see how much more they can lay on the pressure than they already have. Back in the Wildcat side, this one's sent all the way through. It'll go off the stick of Tillman to avoid that icing, and Tillman will get back to it. The defenseman on the rush, working to keep it in black and yellow possession. Up on the far side, this one eventually poked out to the point. Here comes the shot, it goes wide. Off to the left, picked up at the near side point. Number 19, Blake Davies, will wrap this one around. Once again kept by Tillman. Up at the point. Looks like Bowling Green will get there first, behind the net of Archer. Bowling Green just trying to clear it out, and we are seeing a little bit more urgency out of the Wildcats offense here right out of the opponent strike. And now we hear a glove save coming from Kellen Archer. Face-off will be to the far side dot. 1-0, Bowling Green in the lead, courtesy of an incredible connection between Winger and Joseph. Joseph being the goal scorer, but as we mentioned, a phenomenal assist out of number 8. Nolan Winger has had himself a great set of replays to come back to. It was unfortunate for him that he had that incredible highlight go to Pau Cisco on the stretch save. Here an opportunity out in front, but the Wildcats unable to corral it back in the mid-slot between the face-off circles. So we go all the way back to their own side. There's number 21, Wyatt Gronke, trying to take it away. And eventually he'll poke this one out past his own blue line. And with the help of number 24 on the opposite side, they will clear this one up. Good work by Colton Omi to just jump this one through. Omi back with it here and at the far side and through the far side circle. Here another chance. Ooh, tipped right out in front. Great chance that time. Here's a rebound opportunity. Archer all over it, and it'll go wide off past the right side. Archer still unsure of where it's going. And now it's out in front here, a chance off the backhand for Jack Nowak, and nothing doing. Great defense out of Bowling Green. Great work for Kellen Archer. We're going to get another look at this one here on the overhead. Great work by Archer to honestly keep this one away. That puck was flying everywhere. And a great opportunity for Gillenwater. Just an extra use of the left glove, and Archer here with another save. He was just really struggling with rebounds. And so you can see just out of desperation, he ended up laying out on that far side post, just putting his legs on both sides of that far post, just to make sure he's able to keep that puck out past that goal line. Here, great opportunity right out in front. Does that one go through? No, they said it goes off the crossbar. Now just laying on it right in his crease is Pau Cisco. Man, that was close as could be. Bowling Green fans thought they had that one through. You can always beat the goaltender. You can't always beat the iron. So another look at that one as Tillman, the captain, makes a rough mistake right out in front of Pau Cisco's crease. And so, man, Northview lucky to get this one back. They are happy that this is still a one-goal game here on the opposite side. They're going to look to take momentum back, as now it's Tillman again with that mistake right out in front. Ooh, almost hit off of a skate of a Bobcat. in front of the crease of Archer. Here Archer with a save as Tillman's shot goes right at the crest of the jersey. He's able to make that chest save with 12:14 to go in this second period. 1-0, Bobcats lead it here at their home barn here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. Bowling Green with what was one of their best opportunities of the night just then. We'll see if the Wildcats are able to pick things back up, as they know this could very well be a multi-goal differential against them. Of course, we were talking earlier, Northview, the higher rank, you could say, in the state of Ohio. But in rivalry games, I mean, come on. Those can turn out either way, no matter what your ranking is, no matter how the rest of your season has gone. And right now, Bowling Green has been putting on pressure. Here in the second period, they've been skating around their own ice with a lot more confidence. Here, Northview back in their own side. It's going to Kopke. And it's sent all the way through. Here, centering feed, looking over to Steve Gillenwater. It'll go wide, and eventually it'll go all the way out between the blue lines. Here, Kopke back with it, the alternate captain, evading a couple of forwards of the Bobcats and eventually just dumping this one through. He'll set back up at the near side point as his forwards are going to try to fight for that puck back. It'll actually go to the opposite point that time to number 18, Zach Eiler. Eiler looking for a shot. It'll go on net, and eventually just going to cover this one up is Kellen Archer. He'll play this one safe and await the face-off in his own side. Here, trying a little nifty move after the whistle. Trying to get this one up to the referee's hands. 11:16 to go in the second period. Bowling Green with a lot more, as we mentioned, just confidence, a lot more rhythm than what we saw out of that first period, and it got them that first goal of the game. We'll see if they're able to keep momentum here to their home side. The Wildcats here with an extra shove along the far side. No penalty assessed, and here a save by Archer. And here another shot, unable to get through the traffic. This one poked away. Now here comes an opportunity for Nolan Winger once again. He'll skate up on the far side and tries to center this one over to Gavin Cramp, but it's out of his reach as a good back check comes from the Wildcats. This one goes all the way down the length of the ice by the Wildcats. Will go back over to their own side as we get the icing whistle down. Man, oh man, it always seems like Nolan Winger is at the center of these great Bowling Green chances. Obviously got the assist on the lone goal so far. Now here dropping down to take the faceoff. That was the man, the intended target on the rush, Gavin Kremp. Here's an opportunity for Winger. Blocker save made by Pausisco. Here Winger with a nifty move to try and center it back over. Here's a shot coming in from actually the lone goal scorer himself, Aiden Joseph. This line has had a lot more opportunity, it seems, and just a lot more attack, a lot more drive than the other lines. For Bowling Green to this point, we'll see if they're able to keep pressure up, because we'll see if one goal would be able to hold for another 27 minutes of ice hockey time. This one dumped on down. It's going to be another icing whistled down on Northview. We'll await. We'll get a fresh new offensive line out for Bowling Green, a fresh new full set of 5 for Northview. This face-off going to be taken by Derek Mahoney of the Wildcats. Looks like he just jumped off sides a little early. And then you got on the opposite side Cohen Long. Long rejoins the dot. This one just sent over to the far side wingers. Looks like the Wildcats defenseman able to take it over. We go near side. Bowling Green unable to keep it in. So we retreat back into Bowling Green's own side of the ice, dumping this one forward. Wildcats just looking for, I don't know, maybe it's just a rebound chance. Archer has done very well, even though we saw just moments ago the opportunity for the Wildcats to pop in some off of rebounds specifically, but other than that, Archer has done very well at handling the puck in front of him. Now the Wildcats trying to go back on the rush. This one lifted up, and that's actually going to go into the scorer's table. The men working at center ice, just going to launch this one up and over the glass once again. We'll get that puck returned back over to the men in stripes. 9.5 left to go in this second period. Bobcats lead it 1-0 here at the BGSU campus. It'll be interesting to see if the other lines for BG will be able to get something going. As right now, as we mentioned, all offense going to Winger's line. The Wildcats, however, a lot more sustained pressure, just haven't been able to get anything through past Kellen Archer. This one dumped on through, past the blue line to the Bowling Green side. This one, however, pickpocketed by number 3. Bodie Briggs tried to make something happen, and Bowling Green just unable to clear it out of their side. Briggs back with it, takes it to the near side corner of the attacking zone for Northview. Now here a couple of pushes and shoves, just trying to get the puck possession back in Bowling Green will and clear it away. Here Hayden Hatch. Trying to win the race up against Tillman. Tillman going to get there first. Now behind the net. Bumped off the play. Bernath. Bowling Green just able to stick with it, but it's poked up at the point. It goes right back over to Northview. Here comes the shot, blocked right out in front by Wisniewski. Here comes another shot. This one goes wide from Briggs. And Gillenwater controls it for Northview, but doesn't look like that's going to go for long. Here comes another shot, goes wide. Now this one just going to be lifted up, and that one almost ended up back in the scorer's table, but this time they are safe. And here comes Winger's line once again for Bowling Green. We'll see, however, the Wildcats with possession. This shot goes wide from Gillenwater and up to the near side point. It will clear out, is just unable to keep it in that time was Boston Kopke. Gillenwater trying to corral it once again. Nolan Wilker says no thank you, and he drops it back over to his defenseman. And it's going to be Wisniewski to just dump this one all the way down. We'll get the hand raised, the whistle, and the icing call with 7:48 left to go in this second period of action. 1-0, Bowling Green still leading it. Face-off going to go to the left side of Kellen Archer. Winger to take this face-off up against Colton Omi. Or excuse me, actually they're going to send Winger at the wing. Face-off will be won by Omi up against Gavin Cramp. You're looking for the centering feed. It'll go wide behind the net of Archer and eventually to their side corner. Trying to clear it out. Just kept in by Kopke. Kopke banks it off the glass. That'll just be kept in play. Here Joseph tries a wraparound clear. Kopke keeping it in once again. Now he'll go for a little skate, and eventually it'll go back over to Gillenwater. Here another opportunity. Now on the backhand. Looking for something to creep on through. Referee signaling no goal as it's kept up in the traffic in front. Now freed out Boston Kopke once again. Kopke makes it off the board. Whose man set up in the corner. That time, number 7, Jack Nowak, just could not connect. Man, Archer has had himself, so far, a day in the crease. And we are nowhere near over. 7 minutes to go in this second period. We're just through the halfway point of this one. Here Nolan Winger looking for the shot, and a good save made by Pau Cisco. As it'll hit off of his right shoulder, he'll make the save and keep this a 1-goal affair. Archer, today, as we just mentioned, he has had a highlight reel day, and we'll show you another one right here. As out in front, he's dealt with a lot of strugglesome rebounds, but Archer able to keep it scoreless on his own side. And man, oh man, you saw that secondary save as he reached out to his left on that far side post. And we'll see if Archer is able to keep this one up as we go to the far side face-off face-off circle, and eventually just between that and the point, Wildcats just trying to keep this one away. That should be an offside, just barely, as just over the line was Wyatt Spence. And we'll get that whistle. 6.5 to go in the second period. Face-off at the far side face-off dot, right outside the BG blue line. This one sent off the near side boards. It'll clear out into the Wildcats side, trying to get there and build an extra rush. Was number 10, Ashton Loomis, and eventually here comes another shot up at the blue line. Hayden Hatch unable to get that one to sneak through the traffic. In the Wildcats once again on the other side, but man, oh man, Crandall unable to stick with it. A lot of back and forth in the name of possession over these last couple of minutes. Here comes a shot just outside the blue line from Hayden Fox. It's going to be handled by Pau Cisco. BG getting some new changes. Looks like we'll get a full new set of 5 out for the Wildcats. Again, they find themselves down by a goal after what seemed like a first period that should be more so dominant out of the Wildcats. They weren't able to find the back of the net. And now here after the penalty kill that we saw at the very beginning of this second period, they were able to actually pop one through Bowling Green. This one's sent around. It'll go past Tillman and eventually reach Madden Bridie. Bridie banged up along those far side boards. It'll get back over to Briggs. Briggs with the shot. And a good save once again made by Archer. Archer with a stick save as this one goes wide and off to the right side. Up and into the netting, out of play. So plenty of face-offs if you haven't had enough over these last couple of minutes. We'll get another one. This time it'll be to the near side of the Bowling Green defensive zone. Briggs to take this face-off for the Wildcats. At that time, he'll lose it to number 9, London Bernath. Wildcats unable to maintain puck control. Again, we saw it more in the first period. We'll see if they're just less of a second period team. But Bowling Green once again in transition. That's how they got their one goal. We said that's how they're going to be working a lot more tonight. They're just trying to get something to go down the length of the ice. And here's an opportunity from a goal line. London Bernath looking for a low percentage shot to try and sneak its way through. Pau Cisco was over it, but it hit the side of the net. Either way, and this one dumped down the length of the ice. We're going to get icing waved off. And BG's coaches not exactly pleased with that call, as now Bowling Green in a little bit more of a frantic state. They got to get this one through, and eventually it will clear out to Loomis. Loomis has a man over to his left. He'll try to center it over to him, and this will go on net. As they were trying to get a shot away from Colby Joseph, nothing doing, and now here creates a 4-on-1 the other way for the Wildcats. Now a 3-on-1 as one man hops off. Tillman drops this one back, and a goal! Beautiful tic-tac-toe move, and the goal coming that time from the senior, Colton Omi, finishing it off. There was nothing Bowling Green could have done that time, as again we were up, or excuse me, Bowling Green was up on a 3-on-1, and the Wildcats able to tie this one up with 4:31 to go in the second period. Man, you can see Archer on a desperation dive off to his left side. But again, he was covering all that he could, and eventually sometimes, you'll see this plenty of times, you just cannot blame the goaltender, and Archer not exactly at fault that time around. We're going to get a late 5th man out for Bowling Green. Bowling Green still pleading their case for why that wasn't an icing on the other side. Here Bowling Green looking to take that lead right back. Here an opportunity right out in front for number 17, Gavin Cramp, but it just went out wide. Winger, Cramp, and Joseph. Once again, your forward line out. The Wildcats now looking to maybe take a lead of their own if they can get one. Gillenwater here up against the defenseman, number 2, Hunsthausen. Now center and feed frees its way all the way to the point. Kopke looking for a shot. Will hit off of the shins of number 17, Cramp, with a good play. He's right back up on his skates and into the play. Referee right in the middle of this scrum. He'll escape to the neutral zone, and now back with it on the far side face-off dot. Once again, the Wildcats have worked a lot better in actually keeping sustained pressure in the O-zone. However, both goals, one for each side, have come through transition. There have been nifty assists on both sides. 3:20 left to go in the second period. 1-1 now the score between the two NHC rivals. And here looking for the tip right out in front. A secondary chance for Crandall. It'll hit off of the side of the net, and here a clearing opportunity. It'll just skip past the Wildcats. Here is an opportunity for Nolan Winger. He's got Tillman over to his other side. Just trying to sneak this one through. Great save out of Pau Cisco once again. Winger back with it, trying to center this one over. Secondary chance, and he scores! Hayden Joseph once again on a beautiful pass from Winger. And Bowling Green takes that lead right on back. Less than 2 minutes of game clock apart. Bowling Green says, I'll take that lead right on back. And so Nolan Winger with 2 assists, Joseph with 2 goals. And man, oh man, Bowling Green, again, looking for a big upset against the Wildcats to try and continue to work their way through the NHC Red Division standings. So the Wildcats back with it in aggressive fashion. They're going to try to get something going, but the pass just out of reach of Beanie Tillman. Great work by Winger to just not give up on that play. Here, trying for the wraparound opportunity set up behind the net was Briggs. But yeah, great effort out of Winger to not give up on that play. Of course, if a big-time save, like the one we saw out of Pau Cisco at the very beginning of that attack, a lot of, especially high school players, would get very disheartened by that kind of play, but he stuck with it, didn't give up, and eventually delivered what would be an incredible assist once again. Here along the near side, trying to stick with it, London Bernath. Bowling Green with a lot more pep in their step here in the second period, 2-1. We saw a scoreless first period, a lot of near goal chances, great saves from both sides, Pau Cisco and Archer. Pau Cisco with now what seems like 2 highlight reel stretch saves. Archer has had his fair share of great opportunities for the opponent that he has been able to keep out as well. 100 seconds left to go in this second period of play. 2-1, the Bobcats lead it. It's a 3-2 scrum to the advantage of Bowling Green, but the Wildcats able to take this one out and eventually get the shot away. Here a big-time hit laid right behind the net of the Bobcats, and now the Bobcats work once again in transition. Here's Bernath. He's taken on down. No penalty assessed, except we'll see what goes on here as now the referee talking things over with that Bowling Green bench. We saw both sides wanting penalties for that last exchange. Neither side getting them, so you can call it even. But if we're being honest, neither side exactly going to be too content. 1:18 left to go. We're going to get the replay on this one. So here, Bernath. First poke checked away from. And, I mean, yeah, that was tough. And we got the trip right after. But they ruled it offsides up here. A lot of frustration out of both sides, as we mentioned. And now we'll see. We're getting a penalty assessed this time. It's going to be on number 10, Ashton Loomis. Nolan Winger pleading his team's case. And so it's going to go as another power play opportunity for Northview. Coaches waving off Winger, saying, we don't want to hear it. You go back out there and you just play as one of the 4 penalty killers. Now only 3 guys out. We'll eventually get Hayden Joseph to join Winger on offense. So man, oh man, not a single power play chance for them just yet. .118 to go in the second period again. Same thing we saw out of the final moments of the first period. We'll see if time carries over on Northview's power play. Hopefully this time for Northview, they're going to try to be able to set up. Again, something they just haven't been able to do as much in the middle frame. This one dumped on through. We're going to get Winger to try and win the race up against Kopke. Kopke honestly playing more defensively here. Winger just pinning this one up along the far side boards. Up against now 3 Wildcats. He's thrown into the corner. Bowling Green fans wanting something to be ruled here. And eventually we're going to get a penalty as Winger is down. But he'll get right back up on his feet and he will get some crazy applause from the Bobcats fans. Man, he kept on that play and eventually got a penalty to be assessed on number 11, the senior Boston Kopke. I've been talking about Nolan Winger all night and about how he is just stuck with the puck no matter what. That time was working more for penalty kill purposes. The Wildcats just couldn't get anything done. And so eventually they got frustrated. Kopke down to the box 4-2. So we got 4-on-4 ice hockey time for the remainder of the period, unless we get another penalty assessed. 36 seconds remaining in this middle frame. Winger to take this face off. He's up against Briggs. And Briggs going to win this one back. We send it near side over to Gillenwater. Gillenwater taking it up, looking for an opportunity. He'll drop this one back off to Briggs. Back Gillenwater. Gillenwater poke checked away. But Briggs going to be able to corral this one back up at the near side point. He'll deliver it off to Gillenwater once more. Gillenwater unable to deliver it safely to Briggs, but off the backhand. Briggs in transition. Now we'll center it up in front as he collapsed on his own doing. And now here's an opportunity for Winger as he scoops this one forward. It will be a breakaway. He's only got 2 seconds though, and he'll pop this one through with what will be a 0.1 seconds left to go in the second period. Man, oh man. Can you believe it? Nolan Winger, have yourself a day. Now 2 assists, why not add a goal to the stat sheet? And they're actually just going to rule this as the end of the period, as Nolan Winger creating another breakaway chance. This time he's able to score it himself to conclude things in the middle frame. Man, Nolan Winger, as we mentioned, star of the game to this point. The netminder behind him doing just fine as well. So that is exactly why the Bowling Green Bobcats lead things here at a 3-1 differential here at their home base. You are watching WBGU PBS Sports Flex here on YouTube. Stick around for what will be an exciting third and final period of regulation when we return.
A bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree, Secure your future at BGSU.
There's a reason Bowling Green State University is ranked #1 in Ohio for student experience. Our in-demand degrees and life design program prepare students for their first career and their next. With an unparalleled support system at a national research university, BGSU offers an unrivaled experience, all on a vibrant campus in one of America's best college towns. It's also why Bowling Green State University is the #1 school in the Midwest that students would choose again for the 4th year in a row.
At Bowling Green State University, we're a public university for the public good. A nationally ranked research university, we create public good through our graduates who lead and our collective pursuit of impact in Ohio and beyond. Founded in the Midwest, we never shy away from hard work. We embrace our responsibility to do good. We're proud to have state in our name. It's who we are, always striving forward. Always a public university, always for the public good.
A bold approach to engineering. At Bowling Green State University, our engineering degrees fuse the science of traditional engineering with technology and hands-on skills. This combination is what employers are looking for in the up-and-coming fields of robotics, advanced manufacturing, and systems engineering. It's why our graduates find jobs and why BGSU stands out. Don't just get a degree. Secure your future at BGSU.
There's a reason Bowling Green State University is ranked #1 in Ohio for student experience. Our in-demand degrees and life design program prepare students for their first career and their next. With an unparalleled support system at a national research university, BGSU offers an unrivaled experience, all on a vibrant campus in one of America's best college towns. It's also why Bowling Green State University is the #1 school in the Midwest that students would choose again for the 4th year in a row.
And we are back with you here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. A lot to talk about there in that second period. A lot of good highlights to show you as well. We got about 5.5 minutes left to go until that third and final period. Should be a good one, but we'll take you right in to those big-time replays. So we saw early a lot of good opportunities for Bowling Green. They come out with a lot more pep in their step in what almost was a couple of goals actually for the Wildcats as well, but some great saves on both ends from Pal Cisco and Kellen Archer. We thought it could be another scoreless affair early in this one. Here, however, we got a post. Nothing that Pal Cisco could have done much else there than just lay on the puck. And here, another shot on goal. That one more of a simple save for Pal Cisco. And a couple of big hits. We saw a lot of physicality there in that one, but eventually something would happen and Nolan Winger would put up a big-time assist there to Hayden Joseph. Pops it through right over the left-hand glove, but eventually tying this one back up with a big tic-tac-toe play from number 24 Colton Omi to cap things off. Nolan Winger, however, had a breakaway and was able to stick with the puck and deliver it back off for another assist out in front for Joseph. Now here Winger on another breakaway chance to conclude that second period. He was able to pop it through actually himself and finish off a big-time breakaway. The speed of Nolan Winger has been the story tonight, and that is why Bowling Green has 3 goals up against Northview's 1. We're going to send you back to break. We will be there to cover that third and final period when we return. Welcome back here to the Slater Family Ice Arena. My name is Vaughn Ullum here for WBGU PBS here on YouTube. Some upcoming Sports Flex events coming your way after tonight will be on the 12th and the 13th. So you've got a bunch of Gibsonburg basketball coming your way between Ottawa Hills coming to Gibsonburg for some girls basketball, and then on Tuesday the 13th you got some boys basketball action between Kiffin Calvert and Gibsonburg. Once again back up here exclusively on said YouTube channel here on the Sports Flex coverage. Here had a lot of stuff to talk about, especially on that second period side. Bowling Green had a phenomenal showing out of Nolan Winger, who has completely flipped the script to the advantage of the Bobcats. 2 assists and an eventual goal to cap off that second period. And the Bobcats, they lead it. As a result, 3-1 through the first 34 minutes of action. Northview on the other side, a beautiful tic-tac-toe move in transition. They are going to need to work their way back into a momentous spot. But keep in mind, we start things off at 4-on-4. 42 seconds carry over in 4-on-4 ice hockey. And then after that, it's going to be just under a minute of power play for the Bobcats as well to try to extend that lead if they can. 17 minutes up on the clock, symbolizing the start of period number 3. Nolan Winger out there to start things off for BG's 2 forwards. It's going to be up against Briggs to start things off in the neutral zone draw. Puck is dropped. We are underway here for the final period. And we'll see Tillman dumps this one forward into the Bowling Green side. Bowling Green needing to, who knows, maybe play a little bit more like they did in that first period, maybe with just a little more of a mind on defense, just trying to clear the zone a little bit more. But we'll see if maybe they want to tack on some more goals, add some more offensive insurance. Near taken down was Kellen Archer. He's way out of his crease. He's able to get back up and join the play. And he'll get that stick delivered right back over to him as well. Here comes a shot. What made an easy stick save, or at least making it look like an easy stick save. Kellen Archer once more. Now fresh out of the box will be Ashton Loomis here for Bowling Green. It's going to be a power play here for BG for about 35 seconds. Skating this one through, Hayden Joseph looking for a third if he can get one. Now he's just going to go around for an entire skate in the O-zone. Now dropping it off to the point, Nolan Winger. Winger waits. Winger goes for a skate of his own. He'll rip the shot, and this one will end up as a save for Pal Cisco. Here knocking this one down with the glove, and that's going to be an easy hand pass ruling here for the man in stripes set up on the far side corner. We'll get a face off at that far side dot. Or excuse me, no, we're going to get it all the way back over to the BG side. Unless they decide to put it neutral zone. We'll see. On a hand pass, typically, you'll see it go back over to that Bowling Green side because they were the guilty party. 12 seconds remain on the penalty of number 11, Boston Kopke. Of course, it's always hard to lose a defenseman when you're going down a man. But it looks like here they'll be able to hold on. Again, they throw up in 15:47 left to go in this third period. Winger still out there. Take this face off. This time it's up against the lone goal scorer of the Wildcats, Colton Omi. And just trying to poke this one forward was Winger. Instead, the Wildcats try to take it in their own side, clear it away, but will actually go to the Bobcat side once more. And the rest of this penalty will be killed off. Kopke back on 5-on-5 even strength coming your way with 15.5 remaining in regulation time. 2-goal advantage here for the Bobcats at their home base. We'll see if they are able to seal an upset victory over Northview. Again, it's going to be Omi to take it. For Northview, it's going to be number 17, Gavin Cramp to take it for the Bobcats, and eventually both guys tied up off the draw. The Wildcats going to corral it in their own side. Working with it, number 22 of those Wildcats, Brennan Wiltshire, able to clear it away, but it'll hit the defenseman between the blue lines for Bowling Green. But, are the Wildcats able to build another offensive attack? Nah, they got to retreat all the way back to their own blue line, and this pass up the ice, it's not going to connect. It didn't hit the stick of Omi either, so it will go as an icing. Just about a quarter of an hour left in game clock here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. To the near side face-off dot. It's going to be to the right of Palcisco. Colton Omi taking the face-off once more for the Wildcats. We mentioned earlier just longer shifts out of the Wildcats than what we've seen out of Bowling Green to this point. Here comes a shot from number 5, Colby Joseph. Now we're tied up along the far side boards as Loomis goes down. Going to rejoin the play as he'll hop right back up on the skates. Here's a 3-on-2 odd man rush, but a great aggressive poke check away. That time number 23, Carter Chatfield, able to get that one away. He fell right on top of Colton Omi. They'll both rejoin the play. Here's Chatfield. Chatfield waits. He's just going to dump this one cross ice. It'll go to Joseph, Colby Joseph. However, unable to stick with it. Ooh. We'll get the whistle blown. They will rule this one as an icing. Just under 14 and a half left to go. This time we will get a new man in the face-off circle for the Wildcats. It's going to be Noah Ellis to take it against Winger. Or excuse me, it was actually for the Wildcats, London Burnett. Back near side, trying to take it over, number 18, Jake Hunter, however thrown off the play, and the Wildcats trying to take it back. The Wildcats in a little bit of a pressure situation. 2 goals, never a easy deficit to come back from. No matter what sport you're in, you never want to be in that losing spot. And now here with under 14 minutes left to go, Wildcats only scoring on a gift of a tic-tac-toe 3-on-1 odd man rush. So the Wildcats need to honestly find that offensive pressure, and they got to find it quick. Here, cross-ice feed, hit off of a skate of the man in front of that pass. It'll go on net. Archer just going to handle this one. Plenty of face-offs here over the last couple of moments. Looks like we're getting a fresh new set of 5 for both teams. Excuse me, no, the 2 defensemen will, I believe, stay put out on defense, unless they got to change when I wasn't looking. Bobcats up by 2, looking to keep it that way, but they've been held up in their own O-zone for an extra moment here. Briggs taking this one off the face-off. He's going to whirl this one all the way around. Beanie Tillman, the man to pick it up. He'll deliver it back off to Briggs, but a good poke check that time out of Cash Wisniewski. Will break up the momentum here for the Wildcats. Bowling Green looking for another opportunity in transition. Nothing doing. Here comes Briggs. Briggs trying to center it all himself. Getting an extra opportunity that time. Number 13 taking a swing at it. Madden Brighty tried to put that one on net. Brighty back with it, trying to work with Briggs. Eventually poked away, however, by the other number 13 on the ice, Cohen Long. Just going to dump this one into his own O-zone. And back we go into the Sylvania side. Here we go. Once again, another odd man rush being created. Good back check here by Long. But Briggs going to rip the shot anyway. Here, rebound opportunity right out in front. Unable to get this one put on net as Steve Gillenwater tried his opportunity that time. And here this pass, he was looking at Carter Tillman, the captain, unable to get to it with the outstretched stick. Here he'll drop this one off. Here comes the shot from Omi. This one will go over the pad, but just go off, fly into the near side. And we go wrapped around. 2 goals scored by that man right there, Aiden Joseph. Tries to send it around the glass. Now it's poked up here, Nolan Winger. Winger able to work it around Omi, but right to the defenseman of the Wildcats here, trying a little toe drag deep move. Send the puck one way, and the body going the other. It won't work, however. But somehow the Wildcats able to stick with it out of the scrum for puck possession on the near side boards. This one's going to be freed up to number 17, Gavin Cramp, going for a skate along that right wing. Eventually bumped off the play by Omi, able to somehow find it back. His co-forward still out there, Joseph and Winger. Winger able to pick it up, but eventually poked away by Gillenwater and sent all the way down. Winger back with it, trying to poke this one out, and eventually he will get it just on past number 7, Jack Nowak. And here, Winger with another opportunity, works around Kopke, goes for the backhand shot. Here's a chance for Joseph. He'll try for another opportunity as Palcisco is a bit out of place, but it'll hit the side of the net. 11:05 left to go in this third period. This one's sent down the length of the ice. Icing will be waved off. Far side on the blue line of the Bowling Green side of the ice. Now back over to this near side. Bowling Green just able to keep the Wildcats out of their own territory. Bowling Green with a lot more offensive attack, but here misplaying it. Number 10, Ashton Loomis. There's an opportunity on the rush once again for the Wildcats. Just unable to stick with it that time. Number 27, Griffin Sporler. Bowling Green with another chance to clear this one down, and they're just going to flip this one up and past their own blue line, trying to get it over to Bernath. Can't connect. And now this one going to be sent up and in to the near side bench of the Wildcats. We'll see where they decide to place this face-off. Could either be in the Bowling Green side or right here at the near side dot outside of Archer's side of the ice. Here, number 9 against number 9. It's going to be Bernath for Bowling Green to take it, and up he's going to be up against Noah Ellis for Northview. Here, this one back to Tillman, the captain, with his co-defenseman able to dump this one into the Bowling Green side. Bowling Green, however, takes it, clears it away to the red line of center ice. Northview clears this one back. Bowling Green's Helen Archer waits. The Wildcats were able to get there first and eventually working to get it back. Wyatt Spence. Now centering feed right out in front by Sporliter, but none of the Wildcats were set up in front to help him out. Here, Tillman able to center it out in front, trying to get it right back over to Sporliter. Can't connect. Here's a shot from the far side boards. Coming that time, it was from number 18, Zach Eiler. Now Eiler up against Bernath for the puck possession. Able to get back over to it is Bernath. He'll free this one out to Loomis. And now here a couple of guys taken down, and it looks like we're going to have a high sticking this time around. And indeed it will be. It's going to be on number 18, Zach Eiler, to the box. 4-2, a high sticking call. That's really going to hurt him when you got to come back by a 2-goal losing deficit. And now only 9.5 minutes left to go in regulation time. 2 minutes of that going to the penalty kill, not going to be an easy thing for Northview. So here it's going to be Briggs up against Winger for this face-off on the near side dot. Winger trying to win this one over to that near side for his number 1 defenseman, Cash Wisniewski. Now here Kopke just going to try to clear this one out. Winger able to keep it in. His body blocking it up at the point, but a secondary effort. Briggs is able to clear this one away. You can see Archer there. It looks like, I don't know, maybe a mouth guard came out. Some piece of something came out onto the ice. He just scooped that one and sent it away from his own crease. Here's Wisniewski on the rush. Wisniewski waits. He'll just send this one around the boards. It'll get past Winger and find Joseph, the 2-goal scorer here for the Bobcats. Here trying to center it back over was number 9, London Bernath. Back up at the point. Man, the Bobcats are pressuring. Here's Wisniewski. This one just going to go wide. Might have gotten a little piece of the pad of Palcisco. Now here's centering feed right out in front, and a good poke that time from Parker Palcisco. And it creates an opportunity for the Wildcats to clear this one down. 50 seconds left in Bowling Green's power play. 8:10 to go in the period, the third and final period. Here's Nolan Winger, skating it up past his own blue line, up past the red line of center ice, but couldn't take it through. Here's Northview the other way. Omi leaves it. Here's Gillenwater. Gillenwater misplays it, and eventually with an extra poke from the other number 4 on the ice, Cash Wisniewski once again with a big defensive effort, not allowing a shorthanded attack to really get brewing. Now here delayed offsides. Nolan Winger just going to go for a skate between the blue lines. Winger has fully been on the ice for these moments on the power play. He has not gone off and really doesn't look like any of these guys have. Here's Winger, goes for the shot, poked away from by number 21, Wyatt Gronke. And now we're back to full strength as Northview able to clear it away. Would have had a great opportunity on the breakaway as they had number 18, Zach Eiler, fresh out of the box to try and make something happen, but Gronke just unable to connect with him. 7:10 left to go in the third period. This would be a huge win for Bowling Green and what would honestly be a huge loss for Northview as well. We have only seen their couple of losses go against number 1 and number 2 in the state in the OHSAA state rankings. They did lose to an Indiana club team, but of course that not associated with the OHSAA. Here, going for the shot, and another opportunity here for Briggs, but it'll be sent once more wide. Bowling Green takes it over. Why not go for a skate? Here's Nolan Winger. Winger able to split the two defensemen. Is he able to stick with it? He'll collide with the far side post. And with 6:34 to go in the third period, Winger will be able to get back up to his feet. And yeah, he went right on into that net. That did not seem comfortable. So he'll hop off for a change. He's been out there for a good while now. He could use a rest, especially after the harsh collision. You can see it there with the far side post. But it seems he'll be all right. And after a couple of moments, he'll be right back into this play, at least hopefully for Bowling Green. Wildcats taking it over off the face-off, moving this one up. But Bowling Green just unable to exactly give them any opportunities in the first half of this third period. It's been quite the even contest from what we saw. Off of that first 17 minutes, it has not been the same. Wildcats came right out of the gun, taking some great shots, a lot more ozone time. Bowling Green in that second period, and for what here is this third period. Oh, here they get the tip right out in front. Man, didn't think they would go for that centering feed, but indeed they did, right to Jack Nowak. And so Bowling Green actually allowing the first goal of this third period. And Northview only one goal away from tying this one up. So even it may be, over these past couple of periods, it's Northview to finally break the deadlock of the third period. And yeah, just a surprising move that time, and a centering pass right out in front, able to tip that one through along the near side post. And we'll see if Northview able to get back through on this one. Just under 6 minutes to go in this third period. Bowling Green now on a rush of their own. We have seen how they have responded whenever a goal came against them. We'll see if the Bobcats play with a little bit more intensity once again on offense. On the far side, the Wildcats control it in the neutral zone. We'll go this time all the way down the length of the ice, coming out of his crease to handle it is Parker Palcisco. Palcisco leaves it to the defenseman. 5 minutes left to go in the third period. Great opportunity here. Good kick save. Rebound chance. Give it up, and Northview ties this thing up in the blink of an eye. Able to get this one to sneak on through. The senior forward, Wyatt Spence. And as we mentioned, if you looked away for one moment, it goes from 3-1 to 3-3. And here's the replay. Man, a great kick save, but Wyatt Spence all over that rebound right in front of the crease. And he's able to send this just under the crossbar, set up behind Kellen Archer. So we'll see what will happen over these next couple of minutes to conclude regulation. This one sent off the backhand, trying to clear it away from the defense of Northview. Man, this would be a great opportunity the other way, as Joseph was just unable to corral the pass from Nolan Winger. Here's a 2-on-2 rush. Coming the other way, Chatfield beaten here. Looking for a wraparound chance. No, he doesn't pull the trigger. Here's another opportunity at the blue line. Just won't sneak through the traffic set up in front of Kellen Archer. And now out in front, Nolan Winger stealing it away once again. Immediate poke check as he exits out of his zone. Great heads-up play that time from Brennan Wiltshire. Now the pass goes near side once more to Winger. Winger unable to beat the defenseman in front of him. And now he's taken down, and he looks like he's hurting. In the slot, Winger going to get back over to it as he can't get a call to go his way. He's going to go right back on the back check. Here, Northview. With it, here's Kopke. Kopke looking for the centering feed. Winger taking it back. And now he's tripped up. No penalty assessed that time. Man, Bowling Green pleading for penalty calls. The men in stripes not giving it to him. As you mentioned earlier, you can see it in any high school hockey league. When you come into these rivalry games, they don't call nearly as much. Here's Gillenwater. Gillenwater centering it over. Here comes the shot on through. You can see it loose for just an extra second, but Kellen Archer was all over it. And Archer with a lot of emotion coming out of this one. And 3:30 to go in the third period. So a 3-3 even score between the Northview Wildcats, as we mentioned, top 5 in the state of Ohio against Bowling Green, top 10 in the state of Ohio. And here, this one just hitting off the side of the net. Archer was there to protect in case it did happen to go against him. Now here in a battle between Omi and Wisniewski. The puck will fly up and into the near side Bowling Green bench. Face-off will be to the left side of Kellen Archer. Going to be a lot more careful over these next couple of minutes. Briggs tied up off the face-off as Colby Joseph was trying to keep him away from poking this one back to the point. Here's an opportunity for Briggs, looking for the wraparound chance. It won't go. Save made by Archer. He knew where Briggs was going. Now this one dumped off the glass. Looks like this will go on net. No icing. Tillman, the captain for Northview, sending this one up. Trying to connect with Madden Bridie, won't find his man. Now Northview corralling it back in their own side. This will clear out of their zone. Bridie was looking for the play in transition. Briggs will join him. It's a 3-on-2. Here comes the shot. It'll hit off of the defenseman, Cash Wisniewski, for Bowling Green once again. And here comes a poke. Bowling Green trying to get it back, and indeed they will for an extra moment. But back up at the point, here's Tillman, the captain, ripping the shot. Kick save made. Rebound is there. It'll go right back on net. And slapping it down is Archer. Face-off will go to his side once more. Face-off this time to the right side of Archer. Will be Omi up against Cramp. Cramp taking this one back. Omi, however, almost got right back over to it. And he's thrown off the play. Didn't even have a stick on him. Now here comes a shot that goes wide off to the right side. Trying to rip it that time was Jack Nowak, one of the goal scorers here in this third and final period. Here's Omi. Omi dumps this one through. It'll wrap all the way around. Getting there first is going to be Chatfield. Chatfield tries to clear this one on a wraparound. Picked up at the point. Here comes the shot. Hits off of Joseph, who's set up in the lane. Here comes another shot. Nothing doing. Right out in front of Archer is Omi, and he's trying to shrug him off. Big screen right out in front. Here comes a tip out in front as Nowak was looking for another, and now a huge collision right in the crease. And the referee doesn't rule a thing. He looks right at it and shrugs it off. Here's Hayden Joseph, leaving it to Cramp. Back Joseph, looking for the center over a winger. Can't connect. 90 seconds left to go in the third. This one sent back into the Bowling Green side. And we will get the icing whistled on Northview. The face-off going over to the left side of the ice. Holy cow, you can see Kellen Archer. As the play left his own side, he was incredibly frustrated with what was going on there. And you could see Omi and Wisniewski both collided with Archer. You can see Archer doing a full 360 out there on the ice. And so we'll get a timeout here as things are going to settle on down. 1:24 left to go in the third period. Archer going for a skate on his own side. He's not even going to visit his bench for the timeout. He wants the time to himself. A lot of action over these last two periods. Started off with just a 1-goal advantage to Bowling Green on a phenomenal play by Winger and Joseph, who has, those two have really been the full offense for Bowling Green tonight. And then we saw a quick tie-up for Sylvania Northview. But then right after that, still in the second period, mind you, Bowling Green was able to cap things off with another assist and goal from Hayden Joseph, and then Winger was able to add his name to the goal sheet as well. After that, here in this third period, it's been all Wildcats. We saw over the last few minutes the Wildcats pop through to Archer, becoming a lot more expressive with what has been going on out of his crease after each play. He's either trying to amp himself up or he's banging his stick on the near side post. .124 left to go in the third period. 3-3 deadlock. We'll go to overtime, mind you, if no one scores over the next 84 seconds. We'll see what they can do. Pass off the far side boards. Briggs tries to pick it up, but stolen away that time by Nolan Winger on a good back check. The Wildcats playing with more intensity over these last, I want to say, 8-9 minutes. But here, number 8 for Bowling Green takes it on back. Nolan Winger held up behind him. Bowling Green fans wanting a penalty. They're not going to get one. Out of all the penalties that they have let go for more of a physical game, that is not going to be a call that Bowling Green will get. 50 seconds left to go. This one taken by Briggs. Bodie Briggs taken on down. Incidental contact, so no penalty assessed. Trying to wrap this one around off the glass, but it will not clear. But eventually with a secondary effort and shove from Nolan Winger, indeed it will, between the blue lines. Here it goes to Carter Tillman. Tillman lifting this one up right off the glove of number 18, Jake Hunter, trying to clear this one away. Northview with 20 seconds left to go, looking for something to go their way. Archer going to leave this one behind his net. Here's a centering feed. Archer going to handle it right out in front. Brighty and Joseph with a little extra tumble right after the whistle, followed by a little extra conversation. 13 seconds left in this third period of regulation time. And now here we're going to have the timeout once again on the opposite side. And so Archer remains put in his own crease. Cisco goes back to his own bench. And so we will think things over the next 13 seconds. Yeah, 13 seconds left to go in this one. Referees talking things over. They've had a lot of, you could say, frustration come their way, whether it be from coaches on either side, whether it be from fans expressing their views. Each captain has definitely had their fair share of words expressed to the men in stripes. But now it looks like we're coming out of this timeout. 5-on-5 ice hockey for the remainder of these 13 seconds of the third period. Now here we go. Face-off goes between the skates of the referee. 10 seconds left to go. Into the near side corner. Looks like we're going to be playing for overtime. 5 seconds left to go. The referee not going to blow this one dead. They also just want to get to that overtime. And so we conclude the third period in a 3-3 deadlock. So here, we're going to go to the 4-on-4, 5-minute sudden death overtime. And if the goal is scored in overtime, winning team will be getting the credit for the win, 2 points towards their standings as well here in the NHC. The losing team will get that loss, but they'll still get the point in the league standings. Now, if no one scores in that overtime, we would go to a 3-round shootout. And we will be here every step of the way. 5 minutes of this OT. Archer back to his crease. You know, he's like to have a lot more time to himself over these last 10 minutes or so of game clock. Cisco continued to join his team, and now he's joining back up into his own crease. The 4 going to be sent out for Bowling Green, going to be Nolan Winger. On offense, we'll wait to see his co-forward. Bowling Green right now only does have 3 guys out. It looks like joining him going to be the 2-time goal scorer here tonight, Hayden Joseph. On defense for them, it's going to be Wisniewski and Chatfield on the other side for the Wildcats. You're seeing things on offense go to Gillenwater, Briggs. You're also going to be seeing Boston Kopke out on defense, joined by Wiltshire. And here Kopke goes back over to it, makes it off the near side boards where he'll find Chatfield, but Chatfield immediately gives this one up over to Briggs. This one poked away by number 4, Wisniewski. Keep in mind, just last night, Bowling Green fell to Findlay in a shootout. 1-1 being your regulation final, and we'll see if Bowling Green able to clean things up this time around on the 4-on-4. 4.5 left to go in the overtime period. Hayden Joseph skating this blue line to blue line, and now he's bumped off the play here by Wiltshire. Wiltshire still up against Joseph. Joseph able to get this one back. He'll send it to the point. Chatfield grips the shot. Tipped right out in front. Still loose. Winger looking to put this one through, and eventually we'll get the play blow dead here. Winger trying to shove off Cisco off the puck, and now Cisco gonna slowly get on back to his skates. Perhaps trying to more so draw a penalty that time around. Winger, we've seen him with a very aggressive play out here today. And now Winger actually going to come off here on the 52nd overtime shift. Defensemen stay put here for BG. The new forward's going to be Colby Joseph and London Bernath. Also some new men out there for the Wildcats. Here taking the face-off is going to be Colton Omi, your first goal scorer for Northview. Here getting back over to it off the face-off, Colby Joseph. Joseph holds on. Joseph waits. He'll deliver this one over to Bernath. Bernath looking to center it back over, but Tillman unable to give him that sort of play. Eiler and Tillman, the two on defense for the Wildcats. They'll skate this one up out of their own side. Nifty move from Tillman. A little bit of a risky move from Tillman. If Bernath was just able to get a clean poke, could have been nasty here. Omi with the shot. Great opportunity on the on the 1T chance, but able to cover this one up is the man we've been calling one heck of a lot tonight, and that's Kellen Archer with another big save coming through that time. We'll get you that replay. Great awareness from Tillman, and Omi was just almost able to cap off what would be an incredible comeback win for Northview. Just couldn't get it going. So here back over to Tillman. Tillman unable to handle the pass away from Eiler. Tillman leaves this one to Eiler. Back Tillman on the near side. Oh, Tillman went down. So this is going to go to Winger. Winger looking for the shot, and it's blocked right out in front by Eiler. We'll go Colton Omi. Over to his left is Tillman. It's a 2-on-2 rush. Omi debating if he wants to leave it to Tillman. He will not. Now here comes the centering feed over to Eiler on another 1T. But handling it once more, Kellen Archer. 3:12 left to go in OT. We had over halfway through that third period a 3-1 advantage for Bowling Green. Northview able to come back into this one. They got the point to their standings. So regardless, they fought incredibly hard for that 1 point. This one just able to get through the traffic, gloving it up. Archer once more. .307 to go in OT. We'll see how the Wildcats approach this. It's, again, been more so even since that first period. Here, Winger going for a skate in the neutral zone. He's up against two defensemen all by his lonesome. He's able to get past one guy, trying to flip it up in that top left corner, but he cannot connect. Here, Winger and Joseph, the two on offense. Joseph up against Briggs to try and keep puck possession. He's kind of trying to free it out to the point. Can't get it going. Now Wiltshire and Gillenwater and Nolan Winger for BG joining the play, and the Wildcats taking this one away. Here goes Gillenwater. He's got Kopke over to his left, but he's just going to rip the shot, and it'll go wide and out of their own attacking side. Wildcats come back to it. Here's Kopke. Kopke pickpocketed to his right side by Nolan Winger. Winger poked away from, and here comes Briggs along the near side. Briggs holds. The alternate captain looking for a centering shot, and eventually he'll deliver one just past the body of Jake Hunter. 2:05 left to go in the OT period. And Joseph waits, and he'll wrap this one around. He'll hop off for a change. We'll get that second forward pairing out in replacement, Bernath and Joseph, but on the other side, Wildcats are going back with it. Here it's Brighty. Brighty dropping it back to the blue line. Here comes the shot from Tillman, and will be a blocker save once more for Archer. Behind the net, Tillman looking for a lane to pass it on through. He doesn't have anything open, so he'll skate it all the way out, centering it over into the slot. No, he'll go for a nifty wraparound shot, but it won't work out. Now here, a big physical scrub in the crease of Kellen Archer. There's an injured man for the Wildcats. They're not blowing it dead. Eventually they will, as the referee looking right over things didn't blow it dead. It was eventually the guy at center ice to blow it dead. The man who was down was Colton Omi. .125 left in the overtime. They'll take this face-off out of the Bowling Green zone. It'll go right outside that blue line of the Bowling Green zone to the near side dot. Winger taking this one up against Briggs. Bit of a faulty puck drop, but they're going to let this one play out. Winger getting back to it at the near side, trying to deliver it over with his new ski. Couldn't connect, it'll go out Jake Hunter instead. This one banked off the boards, it'll go right to Tillman. Here's an opportunity as he works this one through to the slot. Glove save made. Archer getting the fans hyped out here. You can see him wave his stick up and into the air, feeling all the feels here in the big rivalry game. 67 seconds left to go in OT. Winger up against Briggs again for the face-off. This time a much more clean draw. However, the puck bounces right up off the ice. Neither guy's exactly able to cleanly get it. This one poked up to the blue line, trying to get right back over to it was Eiler, just unable with the outstretched stick. So we go to Tillman on the near side. 50 seconds left to go in OT. Tillman sends this one up into the corner. Handled here by Hunter. Hunter tries to clear it away, but the other number 18 on the ice takes it. Here's Winger. Winger try to center it himself, looking for a shot. He'll work around Briggs. He'll take the shot and he'll score! Nolan Winger. If we haven't said his name enough tonight, you'll remember it now. Game-winning goal for Bowling Green as they cap off an upset win. Really scary as Northview was able to come back and tie it, but here, phenomenal placement on the shot from Nolan Winger. He is no doubt the MVP here tonight. 2 goals, 2 assists. A point on each goal tonight. And Bowling Green wins in dramatic fashion here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. Holy cow, big upset victory up against one of the best in the state. Northview able to get a point going to their standing, just unable to come back fully and get a victory. But that is all here from the Slater Family Ice Arena between BG and Northview. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's been absolutely remarkable. Calling this one 4-3, going to be your final through the overtime period. Thank you very much for watching this one tonight. This stream shown exclusively on WBGU PBS Sports Flex here on YouTube. And good night.